Welcome. It's April, so welcome to Wizards Outlook. Today, to say the least, you're a Wizards fan. I'm sure you hope that today was in fact a joke. It is not. This game did in fact count. The Pistons beat the Wizards 120-91. It is not really too much to take from it at all. Washington turned the ball over quite a bit. Defense looked like it was optional at best. And the Pistons, they got a little bit of revenge from last week. The last time the Pistons saw the Wizards had the Wizards won. This time it seemed like the Pistons had that on their mind. And again, Jeremy Grant, it's not like Jeremy Grant went off. Josh Jackson led this crusade past Washington. Young man, big night for him, 31 points. They had 7 players in double figures over there in Detroit. And, they were playing both ends of the floor. They looked like they wanted it, and it carried on for 4 quarters. But as always, joined by Raymond Lyons, Cardell Dudley Jr., Wilson Tarpey Jr. Once again, welcome to Wizards Outlook. I want to get you guys' initial thoughts on this one, and I know we'll get to the comments from last show in just a bit.
You want to break the ice, Cardell?
Y'all gonna put it on me. First off, I think I speak for everybody in the area where we was like actually have the games on NBC Sports Network so we can actually watch it thoroughly. I don't know why y'all switched it up. That would help. We're gonna start right there. Clearly Detroit remembered that they lost and they came in today. I try to follow on my phone as much as possible, but clearly they was out for revenge. I remember I saw Dwayne Casey's presser after the last game where the Wizards won, and he was hot. He kept it real short, sweet. It was only like a 2-minute presser. He said basically they didn't show any fight. So, and they lost a couple games since then. You know what I mean? So I knew they was gonna come to this game hungry and ready to play. It's a team full of young guys. They trade all the vets away, so it's a team full of young guys that's trying to prove that they belong in the league. And so, if right now they're evaluating. Let's call it what it is. They're not going to the playoffs, so they evaluate if you're going to be on this roster moving forward. And if you don't play well, you're going to be gone. It's as simple as that. And if you don't play well, guess what? The other team see you don't will play well, so you might end up out the league. So their young guys came out and fought hard. The thing I said in the preview today is bring that same fight that they showed against the Hornets. Even though they didn't win, they fought those guys. That's a team fighting for playoff position. Bring that same energy, bring that same fight, especially if Bill and those guys ain't playing. They obviously didn't do it. The game was over in the first half. I think at one point in the fourth quarter, what was they, 3 for like 15 from deep, and then 3 from like 14 from the free throw line. Come on, man. Y'all professionals, dog. There's no way in hell y'all should be shooting. All right, 3-point shooting bad. Okay. You free throws, bro? 20-some% from the free throw line? As a team? Come on, man. Even Shaq, like, I can do better than that. They showed no fight. It was an embarrassment tonight. Let's call it what it is. They embarrassed themselves. They embarrassed the team, the organization. It was an embarrassment. And that's on the players, man. You gotta compete harder than that. Once again, they couldn't stop anybody. What you say, Josh Jackson, career high, 31 points, 13 of 21 from the field, 4-7 from the 3. Just think about it. He just got back in the league last year. He had to fight his way back in. So he's in kill mode every time because he know how it feels that sting of not being in the league no more. So it's not sweet. Jeremy Grant, their best player, didn't even play well. He had an okay game, but he didn't need to have a great game. Jackson had that. Sadiq Bey, rookie, he didn't shoot the best like he's normally capable of doing. I mean, Plumlee, 13-11, easy double-double. It was just no fight, man. Bench points. Frank Jackson, 13. Ellington, 11. Joseph, 10. They all shot 50% or better. There's no resistance, man. So defensively, they just soft. They don't trust one another. And it looked like tonight they just ain't even care. And then I'm not even gonna get on Russ because he had a rough week, man. Look, I'm just gonna say 9 turnovers. So all you Russ fans that be in the comments after the game and stuff like that, this is what we talking about. So at minimum, he just gave the Detroit Pistons at minimum 18 points just off of his turnovers alone. The Wizards only had 14. He had 9 of them, man. Come on, dog. It ain't even much to say, dog. Like, all right, what you want? Nobody. Alex and Len, okay, 14 points, 5 rebounds, 7 to 12. I don't want to be Mr. Doom and Gloom. There you go. That's a positive sign. Former Turk. He acted like he had a pulse. He had a solid game. What we do? Lopez, 16 points, 7 to 10 shooting. Couldn't stop his jumper. You know what he do? Neto came back, 9 points, 4-7. Okay, Cassius Winston, another hometown, got to put Gay in again in the game. Get some minutes, 5 points on 2 of 4 shooting for his hometown fans, man. They get to see him play in the league. All right, there go some positive notes for you. Because I know people will be in the comments talking about we're too negative and stuff like that. So there you go. Man, this was an embarrassment, man. Y'all NBA players just like Detroit, man. Detroit ain't going away. Y'all get blown out by 29. Come on now. It ain't really much else to say, though.
Right. Your turn, sir.
I mean, embarrassing is the perfect word to sum this up. I mean, 6 for 19 from the free throw line. Like I could do better than that with my left hand. Like seriously, like that's terrible. Double Agent Russ was back. Cardell mentioned the 9 turnovers. Josh Jackson had his best game since Kansas. It's just this was a tough one, man. This is the first game where like it was painfully noticeable that Bill wasn't there. They couldn't do anything. Yeah, man. Like they got to get healthy ASAP. I mean, them at 100% health doesn't even guarantee that these type of games don't happen. But Jesus Christ, man!
This bad, bro.
This might have been the worst game of the season.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. This might have been the worst game of the season, man. Like nothing went right. But it's just that's 6 for 19 from the line. That's inexcusable. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Russ, 1 for 5 from 3, 1 for 6 from a free throw line. Like, bro, come on, dog. You proved the critics right tonight. You proved the critics right. There's no way you can defend that. And I mess with Russ. I love his ever, but you can't. Come on, you can't defend 9 turnovers, 1 for 5 from 3. All right. Players do that nowadays because they shoot so many. You could be off, but 1 for 6 from the free throw line, point guard. Ben Wallace, like, come on, player, you gotta step it up, dog. No, man. Come on, bro. And then on top of that, I mean, Jackson 31 points. So Westbrook has 16. Jerome Robinson has 0. He doubled your entire backcourt production, points wise. Come on, dog. Hey, man. I feel for Scott Brooks, dog.
Yeah.
Man, y'all should understand what we've been saying. Look, bro. What you want my man to do, man? Call Dream? Mario Ellie Kenny? What y'all want him to do, dog?
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh.
Otis Thorpe, Rob.
My man needs some personal days after this.
Oh, he played for the Knicks too. You want to call Big Pat? Oakley no more? I know Oakley been swinging on people, but they wouldn't went down like this, though. I'm trying to say you. Stocks, recipe. Hey, there'd been a fight before they got smacked like this, man. It's bad. It's just bad come on, man. It ain't even much to say. What y'all want to say?
We're gonna move on to the comments. Like, look, man, we had to address it, right? Like,
ain't too much to talk about here.
It had to be addressed. It's addressed. Look, formality. We got like 3 little boxes for each little recap, right? It starts with the game that happened. We don't control that part. They did it. We got to address it. We're here. We've addressed it. So great. Let's get to some of these comments.
Thank you.
Hold on, from I think from Coach Hall. Give me 1 second, Coach Hall. My bad. Well, Scott Brooks being a scapegoat, definitely on the players. Look, man, people. I think everybody here knows where we kind of stand on it. Look, man, this roster had to look different next year if they want to go forward, compete. Somebody earlier, like they brought up, they want a basketball reference, and just it was a response to like Ted's tweet today about supporting Russ and all that stuff going on. We're not getting into all that, but someone commented underneath with like the records for the Wizards since this current ownership's taken over. The fact that this isn't, like the fact that this isn't out there, like it'd be one thing. It was like, oh man, I can't believe this happened. Next game, there's too many other years where you can pull one of these out easily, just change names or whatever. Like it's happened too many times. And again, the tough part here is you had a little section where the previous point guard was here. And health was kind of in some favor. There was some success. You're on the other side of that now. And whether or not, like again, I'm not gonna keep barking. I'm not gonna keep beating a dead horse or whatever. We're on post that part, right? Post that part. This ain't a good start. Just being honest. Post that part. Decisions gonna have to be made.
Nah, you don't get a pass for last year. You an NBA team. We hold you to the standard. That year count. We knew they was gonna be bad. I got you, but this year was supposed to be. Let's take a step forward. If you don't make the playoffs, be right there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's take a step forward. Nah, man, it's unacceptable. And and see, y'all know my beef with the ownership, man. It's just now you value. You should start to see how much value Wall had to have his team in multiple playoff spots. Think about what he was drafted to and fought back to that, because Bill wasn't Bill early in their career when they was getting to the playoffs. Bill was injury prone. They wasn't even sure if he was going to make it in the league for long term because he had a lot of injury problems. To his credit, he got stronger. He changed his diet. Bill took off. Okay, he is what he is. But you gotta. That's what happens when you don't kick people on their way out like that, and that's what always bothered me. You can't demand something of somebody else when you're the leader. Is the leader of this franchise. You can't have demands for them and you don't follow. You can't talk about professionalism and you show the lack of professionalism. Russ a grown man. He can handle himself. He been getting criticized his whole career. This ain't nothing new. We a bad bet. That ain't the problem. The energy need to be focused on building this roster up because it's bad. Like I don't know if these dudes know this, man, but this is DMV, dog. Basketball is real here. It's heavy. We use a high standard of basketball. Like I think they be at too many cocktail parties with Capitol Hill folks. Y'all need to come to the hood and really get the pulse of the people to understand how they feel about this organization. It's not positive. We've been going to war on behalf of certain players for years since we started covering the team, trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, like it's not as bad as it seemed and all that. But we can't do nothing now. Look, this is bad, man. This is a bottom dweller. Years past, like with Wall and those guys, even if Bill was like with Wall and those guys, it would be drama if, let's say, they beat them, but it was a close game. We'd be like, yo, what's up with y'all? Y'all got to beat them. Mm-hmm. Then y'all losing by 30 to them? Come on, man. It's nah, man. Let's tweeting. We focus on the moves and basketball, though. I'm just being real. It's frustrating. And you walking on thin ice because you can't predict, man. Look, all it takes for Bill to say, I had enough, I'm out, and it's a wrap. And it's really at the bottom now. Because you can't replace that. You can't find dudes like that no more. Especially this day and age, it's even harder. It's not just hard to find franchise players that you can build around. Those are few and far in between. It's hard to find guys that are loyal enough to stay with their organization when they're struggling and be willing to try to build it up. This is unacceptable, man. This is a lack of effort. No coach should have to get effort out of you, man. You're an NBA player, bro. Look, man. Look, we can go any hood in this area. I'm trying to tell you, we can go anywhere. We can go anywhere and get some players. Like, look, you want to play an NBA game for free, and they will put up a better fight than this. This is come on, man. Like, it's bad, man. I don't even know what else to say. Like, I keep going back to like, give me that. Give me effort, dog. That should not be something I have to question. Give me effort. Just fight. Just fight. Just fight. If you give me that and you lose, you just can't. I can live with that. They didn't even fight, man.
No. There was no resistance for 48
and who
minutes.
gets mad on this team? Sometimes, man, you can't be all behind the scenes. Sometimes, man, it gotta come out, dog.
Yeah.
It gotta come out. Look, they call Mike an asshole and all that, last dance and all that. I know they ain't lose no damn championships. I know that much. Maybe you gotta be an asshole. Like, you gotta be an asshole. Like, this is, come on, bro. Man, look, time out. What the y'all doing? Scott Brooks shouldn't even have to say nothing. It should be the leaders on the team just pulling them in the huddle. Man, what the fuck y'all doing? If y'all want to hoop, sit y'all ass down. I'll go out here hoop by myself. Fuck all y'all. Like, it should be that where you checking their pride. Where y'all at? This is gut check time. Now, after tonight, no mention of practice should be even spoken. I mean, not playoffs. No mention of playoffs should be spoken until they just up there in the stand. That's it. All right. Oh, they made it. They in the AC now?
Right.
That's the next time you hear playoffs out my mouth. It shouldn't even be spoken about.
They're a lottery right now. They're a lottery team until proven otherwise. Because that's the direction you headed. It just is what it is.
So bro, if they keep playing like this, they could be a lottery team all they want. Look, it's gonna be an Eli Manning situation. Oh, I'm not going there. Nah, they can draft me all they want. Don't draft me. I ain't going. All right, you draft me if you want. I'm gonna chill, work out. I go overseas and play before I play for that. It's that bad, man. It's a come on, man. You embarrassing the area, dog. Like, nah, man. Come on, man. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah,
It's high standard basketball here, dog. It's high stand over here, man. Like, nah. But it makes you appreciate a former guy who you had. That's all I'm saying. He was carrying a lot. It wasn't always obvious. Not saying he had his fault, but he did a lot. He did a lot. Now you can say, yeah, he lost 20 games in Houston, all that, but look, he playing every other game minutes restriction because they trying to monitor his Achilles to get him back to health and all that. He worked his way back to form. You know what I'm saying? And last time I checked, what they 3 or 4 wins, W's back behind y'all. And they done traded everybody away. They're literally rebuilding. They got nothing but a bunch of G League guys and youth movement and stuff. Come on, man.
The only difference is they have an actual plan in terms of the direction they're going.
Yeah.
Like that's literally the difference is a few wins, and they actually accepted that we're giving people, like, we're getting rid of people to go this direction. What's the plan here?
Nah, man.
Nah, they definitely out there winging it.
Look, man, we fight around these parts. We compete. We compete. We don't lay down here, man. This ain't a representation of the area, dog. Like I'm at that point because we shouldn't have to question the effort of NBA players. I'm tired of that, man. Y'all cashing the check, right? Twice a month, right? It's a lot of money on those checks, right? All right, compete. Man, stop looking for help, man. Get down low, move your damn feet, stay in between the man and the goal. Same shit you've been taught since you picked up a basketball. Fight. Come on. It's like somebody waiting. It's like they're waiting for other players to get it going. Hey, you hard fouling. You know, no, you do it. Do something. Show you. Look. Come on, man. Get a post or something. Like what? Make it fine. They want to fight you. Cool. If that's fine, let that will force your team to have to step up. Like, come on, man.
Be waiting a while. Folks ain't here. All right, let's get into these comments. This is horrible. All right, glad I found your show on YouTube. My bad, Derek Johnson. Glad I found your show on YouTube. Got a lot of respect for you guys' knowledge of the game. Really like how you tell it like it is. I notice most people blame Brooks, but aren't calling out poor leadership at the top. To the owners, I feel like we just answered your question here, but I'm gonna read it through anyways. As a long tenured Bullets Wizards fan, it appears to me that owning the Wizards is more of a hobby. He only cares about the Caps. At what point do we as fans hold his feet to the fire and demand better? We make stupid decision after stupid decision. Terrible draft picks, even worse free agent signings. Got rid of Mahimi's contract and turned right around and blow big dollars on a spot-up shooter. I'm gonna get through it, y'all. Give me a minute. I've grown to respect our guys' fight, but our roster's embarrassing. There's no way taking me serious about winning. I had a question, but it turned into a venting session. LOL. Well, look, Derek. Apparently, this is what we're here for tonight. All right, the Wizards came out late. They did this for you, bro. So, like, we inadvertently answered your first question without even reading it. So, Derek, we appreciate you tuning in. And just move side, man. Just I wish I could lie to you and tell you it's going to get better. What I can tell you to do is that the WNBA season starts in a couple months. Kind of get used to watching the Mystic. They kind of understand, you know what I'm saying? There's a direction, there's a plan,
I needed
things
that
like that over there. I got you.
you.
And then you could compare and contrast, but like enjoy it, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been a breath of fresh air in my life because this is how I can smile through this. Because I'm just not attached to it. You know what I'm saying? Because I can WNBA championships back to back. 1 year they lost, it's cool, but we were there. You know, the next year they go and get it done. Last year was the bubble. Now go back trying to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? But again, I get it. And me as a person that I gave up, I used to be a Knicks fan all my life. I gave that up because I didn't want to feel like you feel right now. It's not worth it. I'm not telling you to give it up, but I see where you're at, and I know you're not alone. Cardell's frustrated. The whole area is frustrated. I feel for you all, but yeah, man, the Mystics.
Hold on 1 second. The Mystics, they had a lot of players sit out. Their choice, no criticism here because of COVID. Yeah. They still were competing for playoffs. They still fought, right?
They were in the playoffs, sir.
They fought. I'm just saying, they competed. They still fought when everybody's like, the whole team set out. It's like, they fought, right? Okay, I'm just saying. All right.
There's a standard over there, sir. That is met on a regular basis. So again, I urge you all.
Right. Yeah, that's how DMV basketball is supposed to be. That's how we fight. Yes, thank you.
If you guys need a cleansing, Mystics start soon. Head over there, man. But Derek, we appreciate you. I'm sure you're not alone. We're going to struggle through the rest of these. Jermaine Harville, I like how Washington kept fighting tonight, but I got to say, Denny cost us a number of possessions, rotating late on defense or getting beat one-on-one when the Hornets forced a switch with him. I do believe he will improve, but would you agree with me that Scott should sit him in a game like that where he's clearly struggling and costing the team some important possessions late in the game? All right, before I pass it to Rand Cardell, I would like to just go ahead and answer this one real quick. Y'all got to pick a side here, right? Because some of y'all are like, we got to win now. Don't play the rookies. They're messing up. Da-da-da-da-da. You know how rookies get better? They got to play. So that means the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent. So a lot of the crap y'all yelling at Denny at, like, these are things, these are true. He does need to get better at them. You know how he can't get better at them? By not being on the floor. He got to take his L's. It's part of being a rookie. But I'll put this back up here. You guys go ahead.
He's a rookie. Like what's to say, you got to get in the trenches and learn that way. You can be coached up, you can be film study. The best can tell you. They can tell you what LeBron is going to do, what KD is going to do, but you got to feel it. Then it will register fully. It's that difference. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way he's going to develop. He's still young. He's on a team that's trying to find their way. An organization that's trying to find their way. You gotta give him time. It's not fair to judge him, you know what I'm saying, off of like, I guess whatever high expectations you may have, like I guess for a Bill or something, like a veteran. He don't know. Keep in mind, this is his first time in this country. This is his first time just overall playing with this caliber of talent. Where he's from, yes, it's high level in Europe, but it's the reason why the NBA is the best league in the world. You know what I mean? He might have saw a couple NBA players every game. He might have played with a couple. Now everybody's NBA player. It's a totally different animal. So he has to learn. Do he need to play better? Yeah, but he deserves a chance to be a rookie. So you got to be patient. Let him grow, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't come out just killing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like what you see down in Charlotte, LaMelo, Halliburton out in Sacramento, man. Anthony Edwards coming on strong, man.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, everybody's different. Every situation is different. You know what I mean? But you gotta let him grow, see where he needs to improve and keep working, man. You know, one thing we know when we like from day one, the draft day and all that, he's competitive, he's tough. You know what I mean? I don't expect him to fold. Yeah, I like that he's frustrated. That means he gives a damn, which is more than what I can say for some of his teammates. They just walk around like, oh, yeah, I'm getting my check regardless. It don't matter. You can tell he cares. So give him time. Like, he had a bad game. Look, he bounced back in this game, 11-10. Positive. He had a double-double where he could have easily been in the dumps, especially with the way this game went and not gave him anything. So that tells you something there, man. Just give him time to learn, adjust, and grow.
Ray, pretty much echo the sentiments.
Yeah, he just got to take his lumps, man. And then even still, if you say take him out the game in a situation like that, who you gonna put in? Like, so you might as well let him play. It ain't like it's a clear better option waiting for you on the bench. So yeah, man, you drafted him. You need to develop him. Let him get out there and go through it. Like Adele said, man, is no substitute for facing that type of stuff in real time. So yeah, man, he's got to get that practical experience in order to develop. So yeah, I mean, it's not like this team is a contender. Throw him out there, let him go through the fire, and he'll be better for it.
Sorry, on to the next one. For Ali Dia, I guess. Indeed, of Westbrook's entire stat line, the field goal percentage and turnovers was the thing to mention. Shaking my head, did you see who was out there with them? How many players are injured on the Wizards? 4 or 5 out of an already mediocre roster. The man was tired. I think it was pretty noticeable. All right. So for this entire time, I think we've been pretty much fair. If we thought nothing of him, we wouldn't care about any of the things that happened. We wouldn't be talking about it like that. But he set the standard for, he's had a pretty good career, pretty damn good player. I'm pretty sure if you asked him, he would tell you he's not happy with field goal percentage or turnovers, the things that we're mentioning. Again, I would just like to say extremely fair about the things we're mentioning because it's things we expect him to be better at. There are also things that he could fix. Also, Russ, limited time around him, does not seem like the guy where he would ever be like, me being tired is the reason for any of these things. So if you are in fact truly a Russ fan, that's not the route to go with. Go for it for your guy. Tired is nothing that's ever going to come out of his mouth. I feel comfortable saying that in terms of an excuse or anything of that nature. Is like he always says, just need to do better. That's pretty much it. But I'll put that back up here. Go ahead, Ray, and then Cordell.
Yeah, we have to mention the field goal percentage and the turnovers because those are things that negatively impacted the game. He's the second best player on the team. As well with Bill out, he is the best player of the team and the leader. So yeah, we expect him to carry most of the weight and get things done. When he doesn't, we're going to talk about it. When he does get it done, we give him his props. I mean, like Wilson said, I think we're pretty much fair in our criticism and the praise. So, I mean, yeah, he had a poor field goal percentage and turned the ball over. So we have to talk about it. We can't neglect those things. So yeah, we know what the issue with the roster is, but I don't think that's an excuse to, allow subpar performance. I don't think Russ would use as an excuse. So yeah, man, we can only talk about what was done on the court. We can't massage things or fabricate anything or make it any different. We don't manufacture the product. We just speak on it. So if you don't want us to talk about field goal percentage and turnovers, tell Russ to be more efficient and don't give the ball away. That's
Cardell, you had anything you wanted to add?
Well, these fans just need to man up, man and woman up. Stop being so sensitive, man. Like, if bad play is bad play. What you think? If the boy if he was hooping and killing and fishing or something, there would be nothing to say but positive things. But this is sports. Everybody has a bad game. There is not one athlete that has walked the earth that hasn't had a bad game. And people, coaches, fans, people around them, they put him to the side, let him or her know about it. That's part of it. When you at the level Russ is, when you want to be a first ballot Hall of Famer, you're held to a different standard. So we cannot pass that. Yes, look, on the season, for this guy right here, for the season, he was 43% from the field, 32% from three, and 61% from the free throw line. We talk about the turnovers all the time. I'm not even going to get on that. That's inefficient play, man. That hurts. So from the free throw line, you're making 6 out of 10, maybe 7. From 3 out of 10. Field goal, 4 out of 10. That's a lot of misses, man. It's a lot of misses. That's why, if you're missing like that, all right, pass that rock to Bill or somebody like that. Problem is, he's turning it over. He's giving it back to the other team. What do you want us to say? It can't always be kumbaya stuff, all positive vibes, man. When we trying to analyze the game, we got to tell it like it is. When he's played well, we said Russ has played well. We left it at that. We talked about that. We keep him moving. We love his leadership. We love that he competes all the time and all that. Even though the team ain't really get with him tonight, that's his MO. But yeah, he got flaws in his game, and I understand this week has been heavy for him, which is why I'm trying to lay off of him and all that. But y'all got to stop, man. Y'all see the games just like we do. You know what I mean? Like, the results are the results. That's one thing that can't be debated or argued. The results are the results, and the results ain't good right now. So him being one of the best players on the team, he got to take that heat because he's one of the best players on the team. If they was winning, he'd be getting a lot of praise, right? He got a lot of praise in OKC. Things were going good. He got MVP, All NBA. They was getting to the finals. People say they love Russ and all that. Look, man, it is what it is. It's not fake. It's just real. It's about the results, and the results right now are subpar.
Sometimes it's just that simple. All right, on the ball, Junior, Russell Bill is absolutely valid. They play better when it's just Russ. Russ does everything. All Bill does is score. Y'all could take a crack at that. I can't decipher that one.
See tonight's game.
Yeah.
That's a great example. Cool.
How are you better with the leading scorer in the NBA off the floor? Like, I don't.
Fanatics, bro.
He responds, but I'm not saying they're better without Bill. I'm saying when Bill plays without Russ and when Russ plays without Bill, the Russ-led team is more competitive to me. As Cardell just mentioned, I know that was prior to this. That was 13 hours ago, which was like 23 hours ago now, but Exhibit A, tonight's game. So, the team answered for you real quick about the whole more competitive thing. So on to this one, investing out the blue. It's a reoccurring commenter, so we appreciate you. Rui offense is picked up, but he still need to be more disruptive on defense. He's too long to lead the league in deflections.
Well, one, he plays defense. He's one of their most solid defenders. That's why, Brooks usually puts him on, the top forwards that they play. Lead the league in deflections, that's asking for a lot. Look, man, he's not the best athlete. He gets the job done, but deflections normally come from help side or whatnot. He's usually like role players or help side defenders that's denying and stuff. That's where the deflections come, or dig downs, guards digging down and stuff like that. They're trying to pass all the drives and stuff like that. Rui's usually on the guy. Mm-hmm. So he's worried about staying in front of this dude and contesting. So I'm more worried about him keeping points off the board than leading the league. You know what I mean? Look, it'd be great. It'd be great if he do that. That means he's active, but I mean, I'm not even sure who the hell the leader is in deflections, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, are you deflecting the ball? With the Wizards' luck, it's probably just going to end up in somebody's hands who has a better shot. That's just how it goes. So I'd rather you just get the stop, man, and just play sound defense. And he's done that, man, for the most of the part, man. Man, he's picked it up. I know tonight he had a bad one he was due because he been killing for the second half. I'm not really looking at him as an outlier. He's been hooping, but yeah, man, I'm not. Ruby's fine. He's on bar. He's on course to be what he should be.
Ray, did you have anything on that one?
Yeah, man. Is deflections a stat they even keep in the NBA? Like, who leads the league in deflections? Like,
I'm not going to look it up. So.
No, what does it mean? If you don't score, if you don't take advantage of it, it's just
this ain't he's not a number one cornerback.
So where's his PBUs?
But yeah, now Rui's fine on defense, man. He's one of the most solid guys on that end. Like Adele said, he's guarding the Giannis's and and players like that. So it's not much more to expect from him. Especially given the status of the rest of the team on the end of the floor. I think they'd be much worse off if he wasn't performing the way he did on defense. So, and that's saying a lot given their current state. But yeah, man, I'm not too concerned with his number of deflections.
Yeah, and just to throw that out there too, like all these conversations we've mentioned about the roster and things of that nature. Those are one of those things we can entertain. That whole thing is the roster improves where there's other defensive-minded people around that actually want to work on that end of the floor as well. So just for a prerequisite before entertaining that conversation again, things got to be changed. So,
and remember what we were saying early in the season, like they don't trust each other. Oh, trust gone. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't trust you, bro.
We saw it tonight.
You know, burn me too much. I'm just gonna guard my man, and if you get beat. Hey, Brooks, he got to guard his man, though. I ain't getting cooked. It ain't gonna look like that for me in the box score. You by yourself, champ. And Scott Brooks, post game, he said we couldn't make a shot. He said, I don't think I've ever been in a game like that throughout the game. The 3-point line, the free throw line were almost matched. Wizards shot 5 for 19 for 3 and 6 for 19 from the line.
Lord.
His years of basketball, he's like, I don't think I've ever been in a game like that. Championship basketball, Knicks, Houston, CBA, college, high school. What kind of coach do with that, man? Like, what you want him to do?
They made history tonight with that free throw percentage. It's franchise history.
For real?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
The worst
I don't know where it stacks
game in history.
In one game in franchise history, yeah. I don't know where it stacks in league history, but they ain't running somewhere. So, for anybody that's looking for some silver lining, there you go. How y'all forget about Neto? His effort on defense is great. Joshua McNeil. I feel like every time we talk about defense, we typically mention it, but I invite you to continue to watch us more, and it's something that you would hear is kind of a recurring theme. We definitely give Neto his props and have literally consistently since preseason through to this point. No one's getting props for tonight though, so won't be giving any attaboys out for this one. If y'all have nothing else, we gonna close. Not even gonna say that, but for Ray, Cardell, and myself, the Wizards Outlook. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night. We'll be back tomorrow night with Within the Madness again throughout this weekend. As both the men's and women's NCAA tournaments come to a close, the Final Fours and National Championships happening this weekend. I know the Wizards play again on Saturday, taking on Luka and company. So we'll see you guys after that one. Y'all have a great night.